Listen, I want to thank. I wanted to thank you for coming over. Wanted to thank you for coming over. Figures you'd notice. Anyone could tell something's bothering you. You're the first person to say anything. What happened? The police came to see me. In public? No. They wanted to be considerate of my privacy. That's a first. They wanted to talk to me about the other week. About my whereabouts and yours. I told them that I didn't know anything. They must have loved that. Funny. What would you have done? In your shoes? Probably cursed them out. Yeah. I could see that. Is there anything you wanted to ask me? No. Not even for a favor in return? No favors. No favors lost between friends, I say. That sounds like a toast. Why not? Two friends. I'll raise a glass to that. Glass 'em. Pending undetected. Incident log. Recorded at 8:55 a.m. local time. If I could have all citizens in the area. Call off copper. Visual imaging. Facial recognition compromise. Seeing nearby objects corroborating evidence. Hey! He's lighting up every phone on the block. You need to go now. Or what? He'll use his outdoor voice? Or he'll have us pinned down to our dental records before you can say we're fucked. Morning, Officer Leo. You look different today. You do something new with your uniform? Good morning to you too, morning citizen. To answer your question, no, I have not undergone any recent retrofitting. If you'd like a more detailed record of my maintenance history, you can make a request for... I've got it. Must be the new coat of paint. You're referring to the act of vandalism that just took place. Only the most recent one. Super cop over here has a new dent every time I see him. Scars honorably earned in the line of duty. Scanning the street for jaywalkers and loiters. What did Leo do, Schmorks? Oh! His name is Leo. That's so cute. Don't worry, ma'am. A report has been filed and the police get away. A report has been filed and the police are working to resolve the situation. Civil disobedience at this time of day? What's the world coming to? They're just stragglers, man. There was a period of unrest in the area last night. Unlicensed protesting, demonstrating without a permit. Well, I hope you threw the book at them. The disturbance was handled, but the individual instances of validity may occur during the next 48 hours as we work to apprehend outside actors. Thanks for the forecast. So does the bleeding stop on its own? Androids don't have blood, ma'am. This is just a leakage of oxidizing fluid. My mistake. So you don't need a bandage, I take it? The leakage will dry shortly. That conversation thoroughly exhausted, I let my mind wander as I wait for the signal to cross. I unfocus my eyes and dull my hearing, sinking beneath the hum of the city street. And fading through the lives bustling around me like so much sea foam. Across the way, a large man with worn hands and an ill-fitting belt turns to a gorilla-like hulk of a machine and cuffs his hands in front of his mouth. Yo, 61. The machine halts its lifting with uncanny precision and turns to him. We're going on break. The robot tilts its head to the side. You can't work the pilo without Schwinn up on the roof, so I don't know. Take a load off, will ya? Understood, came the over-enunciated reply. The man, already walking away, tosses a dismissive wave behind him. Yeah, understood. A moment after the man turns the corner, the robot attempts to mimic the hand wave to no one in particular. Goddamn coppers. On every street corner. A bus stop, or what used to be a bus stop, now a charging station. A passionate young man voices his democratic opinion loud enough for the whole street to hear. They declare martial law when I wasn't looking. The small woman beside him trying hard to appear even smaller shifts in her seat. Well, they're just doing their job, so... Bots don't have jobs, except the ones they stole from us. Notice how they don't patrol nearly so heavy in Uptown, even on the worst days? His audience, captive by virtue of sharing the same charging pole as him, shuffles, coughs, and stares even harder at their phones. The woman looks at her knees and pulls at her shirt. You're kind of embarrassing me right now. He makes a vague gesture with his hand to indicate he stepped off his soapbox, and the shoulders of everyone around him relax a centimeter. Oh, now that's just... A woman with exhaustion in her eyes sighs at a hologram floating above her chrome-plated palm. While a rounded, smooth-looking android pushes a carriage behind her. Ellen, walk her around the block, get her some air, would you? Apparently this call can't wait, and it's louder than a garbage disposal out here. Of course, ma'am, I'd be glad to. The android punctuates its sentence with a sound halfway between a whir and a purr. which, judging by the coos and giggles coming from the child, seems to have been well received. Robots, holograms, androids, drones. Coppers, if you prefer. Can't so much as sneeze in the city without a dozen different ads offering you a handkerchief. There's a vocal minority that thinks that they're the downfall of civilization, but for everyone else, you're too kind, man. Thank you for your concern. It's hard to hate them when they're so eager to please. Crosswalk's giving me the okay. Keep us safe, yeah? Have a good day, Morgan citizen. It's a bright, crisp morning in the city. Lights changing and people moving in click-clacking harmony, all smooth as clockwork. Were I in a worse mood, it would all be a bit much. Son of a bitch, this fly is... That was gross. But I went out last night, so I'm feeling pretty refreshed this morning. As I reach the other end of the street, I pivot slightly and give Automated Dependent Assistant Officer L30 my best impression of a salute. Thank you for your service. And, of course, he creaks out a mirrored response. No sense of sarcasm, the poor bastards. Way to downtown to poke fun at the only happily employed class in human history. What the hell is that, Shmore? Is that a finger? Is that a finger doing claps? What the fuck is that? No, I came down here to make an important purchase. Today, I'm gonna buy a gun. Of the Devil, Episode 1. An idle mind. No staff around, but all the lights are on. Should I have not? What's up? That's personality setting 6, the cool one. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Probably forgotten more about firearms than you're programmed to remember. Salem, I'm gonna need you to get up, baby. Get up. Get up. I've probably forgotten more about firearms than you're programmed to remember. I bet you can. I recently acquired a license to carry concealed. Nice. Are you in law enforcement? Do you shoot for sport? Business or pleasure? Neither. May I ask why you're looking to carry concealed, ma'am? Oh, you know. Assault with a deadly weapon, cruel intent, that kind of thing. Some of my clients live in very rough neighborhoods. Even in broad daylight, coming down to the lower wards for house visits can be... I see. You're a lawyer. So I guess you'd say I'm in the market for self-defense. We have a wide selection of options for self-defense in a variety of sizes and calibers, with spread and PA fire options available. My bad. PA stands for pseudo-automatic. I know. But for concealed, it would have to at least be small enough to... This would go a lot faster if I just tell the desk what I want. I'm gonna be patient. But walking in here and asking for a very specific model is gun nut behavior. I'm not trying to stand out. Some of the ones I test fired at the range left my shoulder sore for a day. Do you have anything more discreet? Right, no problem. Electromagnetic pulse models feature minimal kickback with the highest accuracy. One targeted pulse of electricity can disable attackers at medium to short range, non-lethally and quietly. Sure, they're playing quiet, but they also have piss-poor range, and even sustained fire won't do shit to any modder with insulation less than a few years old. Glorified tasers. Barely suitable as party favors for anxiety-stricken college kids. Well, hopefully not too quiet. I'd want someone to come running to my rescue. Of course. Let's just take a look at our mag rails. Bullseye. We're proud to offer a number of models that utilize the latest and miniaturized ultra-capacity batteries to generate a Lorentz force, which slings a slug fast enough to mist a limb over 30 meters. And safe? Of course, ma'am. My bad. Two-factor safeties with GPS and emergency services sync. It won't go off unless you want it to, and someone will definitely come running. All those convenient safety features make it incredibly easy for the police, or anyone who can dupe their tool set, to lock you out of your own gun with the flip of a switch. Couldn't walk a piece like that down a single uptown street without passing through 9 or 10 no-fire zones. They're the very worst and most useless kind of weapon a criminal could buy. Sounds perfect. How do we get started? Why does it feel like every desk I run into has to be such a character? Mercifully, it's tucked itself away while the fabricators get the gun tagged. Got time to kill, so is there anything worth checking out around the shop? Eesh. Would it kill you to clean up a little? Guess the desk kindly asking customers not to litter can only get you so far if you're not willing to pay someone to sweep up. Wait, is this trash? This flyer is scannable? Stagnancy theory. Really? Got a lot of self-proclaimed philosophers in here. Stagnant world, modern man's plateau. Renowned net philosopher. There we go. Philosopher. Renowned net philosopher Corbin Cawthorne, real name withheld, offers to take you on a deep dive into the global trends and sociological patterns that have driven our planet to the halting point in this groundbreaking and controversial seminar. Moore's Law used to be the benchmark. Now it feels like a pipe dream. We used to dream of humanity marching bravely into space, of artisans crafting virtual wonders that made the confines of our own reality seem limited. Instead, our brightest minds spend all their time and effort kicking the can of climate crisis down the road, while their more fortunate peers spend their most productive working years in search of engine optimization, and customer experience design. The middle class, eaten alive by the rich they prop up, can no longer afford the very products they help create. Without mass consumer demand, tech no longer has evolutionary pressures to be as small and powerful as possible. In stagnant waters, only parasites and disease grow aplenty. The only cure comes from you taking action. There's another link at the bottom, probably leading to a collection dish. Or a state honeypot if you want to be paranoid. I better burn this shit before some neat freak idiot picks it up and gets arrested. I hate these kinds of screens. Gotta look at them with your nose turned up, or else they start eye tracking. Next thing you know, they're saying hello on a first name basis. But I've got practice with this sort of thing. I can skim the headlines at least. Why the 12 to 6 work week gives us more free time than ever. I'm 14 and I tried dating a smart UI. It made me the happiest I've ever been. How term limits are anti-democracy. Oof. Transfusion from warm Android saves soldier's life. It's one hell of a headline. The Animate 16 wasn't selling well before, I'm sure by now it's... Someone left a data pad out here. What's in the news today? The internationally wanted terrorist and serial data thief, most commonly known as Lobo, has seized a stash of vital keystone data files belonging to the Tetra Metallics Group, according to a press release from the mining conglomerate. In a blitz of cross-posts on 90 different socials, translated into all 11 dominant languages, the supposed hacktivist, radical conservationist, and gentleman thief made it clear their intent to ransom said files back to their lawful owners at a severe cost. Though the posts were quickly flagged and quarantined thanks to user reports, Lobo's latest manifesto, which we have declined to publish here on grounds of journalistic integrity and due to the strong language contained within, has remained in circulation thanks to a loose network of rogue data harbors. In addition to a sizable monetary ransom, Lobo put out a list of demands that spanned pages. Most prominent among them was a call for de-escalation of all conflicts surrounding rare earth metal deposits around the equator. Sources at Tetra refused to confirm or deny reports that Lobo's captured data impacted only their billing purposes, but insisted that the corporation could not in faith resume distribution until the ransom situation was resolved. Market prices for rare earth metals surged following the hacking attack, as supply halted and demand rose, stalked by memories of catastrophic supply chain disruption in the mid-21st century. Spokesperson for Mining is Progress, a lobbying group that represents the rare earth metal industry, called Lobo's repeated attacks acts of terror against the free market. Oh there, looks like you're logged in. Want to take care of that real quick? Lobo again. Or someone using their name. Suppose it doesn't matter if they're original or not, so long as they're a genuine threat. And no one could snare a corporation as rich as Tetra without serious skills. Does seem consistent with Lobo's politics, making demands for money, 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 money. Lobo's always burning it, I guess. Hacking takes effort and God-given talent. You don't need much in the way of hardware to get started. I guess it's probably not about the money after all. Some kind of news program playing on the screen. Most public places are too scared to put on any channel with content more political than the smiling micro apartment flippers. Huh. This is a gun store after all. Power is always political. Wait, how long has it been? Shouldn't take them that long to get my gun properly bugged. I'm sorry, we received a breaking news story. We're seeking confirmation, and yes, we have it confirmed. Lead programmer at Noble Electronics and famed designer of the Turing solution. Dr. David Asher has passed. What? Proprietary Vantage automated dependent management system along with Animate series of androids. Must be some kind of corporate propaganda tactic or... No, they wouldn't risk. Fake news, but why? Perhaps best known for his breakthroughs in the field of machine learning and language. Misinformation, maybe? Trying to... Authored many of the developments that allowed for Noble's rapid growth and market dominance. David Asher is dead? Including the popular Desk series of smart UIs. That's very sad. I didn't ask. Sorry, I just... Commands only. Understood. Will you be paying with cash or credit? Debit. "9:41 a.m. July 1st, 2086. Gun was light, lighter than I expected. A real gun should always be heavy, greater than the sum of its parts. It's one of the things I like about them. Their weight. Like they're anchoring the world around them. Like they're a fixed point in time. Like everything else is just relative to them, either closer or further to the end. I would have liked something heavier during that walk back to my apartment. I would have liked to have something to feel far away from. My apartment. Nice place, Morgan. Some very high ceilings. Holy shit. Morgan, you're doing well for a lawyer. I didn't realize I was home until my hand was on the door. What is this? What am I doing? What am I doing? Fumbling in my pocket for a lighter? Golden, polished, tastefully ergonomic, and fine and expensive. And a good lighter. It was a good gift. Kept the card, didn't I? Here it is. The only smoker in my life. I know gold's a bit much for your personal style. They don't make a lot of these anymore. Believe it or not, the only other people who share your vice are stuffy old men with expensive taste. Hope you can manage to get some use out of it anyway. Your friend, David. The news might have more information by now. Or not. Looks like the net's full of copy-pasted statements from Noble, auto-edited montages, ill-fitting quotes. Reaction to the news from every micro-celebrity under the sun. A raw, authentic emotion brought to you live from all the car seats and bedroom mirrors of the world. There's nothing about his death, not even a time window. Did he die this morning? Was he found dead in his bed? Has he been dead for days while Noble's just been waiting for the right time to let it leak? Or did he die last night while I was out screwing around? Phone call? Better not be work related. I'm not in the right mood. Oh, Morgan. Hey, thanks for picking up so fast. She's Jessica Starlin, who asked me to call her. Hi, Jess. Listen, I need to... I've already seen the news. What? Oh. Of course you have, duh. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner, I just, with the company and their people and all of the... What I mean is, if it were up to me, you would have been the first call I made. Or a decision like that to be up to David's assistant. About 1,000 other Noble employees above her on the ladder would have to get axed, but... It's alright, Jess. No one ever really knows what to do with these kind of things. Still, I'm sorry you had to hear it from a stream Chiron. What difference does it make in how the information gets to me? I could have stumbled upon this course myself and I would feel mostly the same. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to call anyway. Yeah. If I want more information, she's the best source I'm gonna get. Maybe for weeks. What to ask at a time like this? I'm supposed to express denial at first, but she's probably short on time. I don't feel like following the playbook to the letter right now. Can you tell me what happened? The police, they think that he took something. Suicide? The police are already involved. They say it was some kind of poison or... God. Nova's got a lot of weight to bludgeon the state with, especially in the city. I would think they'd keep the police at arm's length for at least a few days. Listen, Morgan, I need to ask something of you. Of course, Jess, whatever you need. Whatever you need? Bit much, but she's grieving. This is just how people talk. It's not like my day was really salvageable anyway. I'd like to bring you up here, to David's place. What do you mean? There's something I have to give to you. You're not handling this will already, are you? If the police are involved, it'll be a while before. No, I'm sorry, it's not like that. Before he... No, please don't hold back on my account. David asked me to get this into your hands. It wasn't work related, but he asked me. I know I'm asking a lot here, but since it's turned out to be the last thing he ever asked me to do, I'd like to get it done. I don't like showing up at crime scenes more often or more quickly than strictly necessary. That's when I only have to worry about the police. With Noble looming over all of this, security will be doubled and scrutiny tripled. This is too risky. There's no logical reason to agree to a request. Swing by my place for the cab, yeah. Besides my own morbid curiosity. Right, of course. Thanks, Morgan. Thank you. Wait, I almost forgot. What is it? You don't happen to have anything you could wear in black, do you? Then 11 a.m. July 1st, 2086. In transit. The autocab hums a synthesized purr on our on-ramp as our on-ramp merges onto a canopy superhighway, steadily and suddenly all at once. Not much super about it, but it does cast one hell of a shadow. The canopies always felt very arts and crafts to me. Coupled together, always added on to, never finished, never planned. It's clearly taken a lot of time and effort to make. But the end result's still ugly. No. No, they're not smorgs. The two girls from a moment ago were not lesbians. It's not clear if our main character is gay or not. It's not... Nobody has said anything sexual in the games, really. It feels like it could fall apart at any moment. You okay, Morgan? You look a little car sick. I'm fine. Thanks for asking. If I ignore her text now, she'll just send more later. Hey, Freckles. Saw your friend Asher on the news. Rip. Thank you. For trying to be sincere. Worth a shot. We all have our strengths. God damn, you were one passive-aggressive little girl. What's all the why is all your piety, your filial, why is all your filial piety go out the window whenever you talk to me? Filial piety doesn't work on you. You love yourself too much to appreciate respect. True, went the train. See, Freckles, you can be very insightful. And you aren't too busy side-eyeing the whole world. Wonder where I picked that up from. Not from me. Pretty sure you were born muttering insults under your breath. Nurses tried to make you cry and you responded by giving them self-esteem issues. Did you ever have dealings with Noble? 10 out of 10 shift in the combo. Subtle as a car crash. Subtlety doesn't work on you either. Well, it might. If you were good at it. This is me asking you for advice. Okay. Guess this never sunk in. You spent most of your apprenticeship asleep. My clients were all celebs. The rich and famous. I didn't have that many dealings with the Megs that own their likenesses. Is it really that different? Plenty. Celebs don't like people seeing their dirty side. So they pay smart people like me to clean up their messes. But Megs don't like people seeing them at all, period. And also, Megs are a lot more lively when it comes to... What is that? Megs are a lot more lively when it comes to fucking? I'm confused. Whatever. Gross. Hard workers with a lot of stress to vent. Stop. Do you have any actual help to offer? Truth be told, I did have this one run-in where I got redacted deep into corporate intrigue. Why? Because I got caught blah 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 up the blah 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 and Lives 45 poster girl. God damn it. Hard worker. Not stressed event. I know I can always reach out to you in my time of need. I'm gonna let that slide because I know you're in mourning. Look. Corporate types are all a bunch of paranoid drug addicts. Often glue and playing roulette on the fence. While fantasizing about stabbing everyone else in the meeting to death. So don't expect them to play nice just because Asher was your pal. My actual advice is get whatever you're owed. And get the fuck out of there as fast as fuck. Then get the hell out of there as fast as shit, boy. That's a beautiful thought, Auntie. I mean it. Corporations prefer Viking funerals. What's a Viking funeral? A dignified ceremony where the body's sent out to sea on a boat. Then they set everything on fire and sink the ashes to the bottom of the sea. Try not to linger, Freckles. You don't want to be stuck on board when they start knocking their arrows. Thanks. What the hell was that about me sleeping on the job? I worked harder in one day than any of you Gen Alpha drunks did all week. Should have worked smarter, lol. If you want to go there, you did literally fall asleep on the job. At the Xmas party. That's funny, so she's actually her aunt and talks like this. It's very interesting. What is that? Why do you have that? Why do you have that? It's not even accurate. Work parties are still work, Freckles. I only had my eyes closed. Because all you old farts had your cameras flash on. Morgan? Something wrong? You're sweating. Just deleting some spam. We've got a couple more minutes of crawling through the canopy's guts before we reach David's part of the city. Uptown, our better half. Gleaming opera houses and towering corporate apartments. Boutique shops with more cameras than customers. Penthouses stacked upon penthouses in a frantic climb to the top of the rat pile. All ringed in by restaurants with long wait times and small serving sizes. The joke is that uptown folks go most of the year without touching street level. Not much of a punchline there. It's basically true. By now, his whole block must be swarmed with cops, themselves surrounded by media, and all encircled by onlookers. I could try and enjoy these last few moments of calm. But if the storm's coming either way, I'd rather use this time to try and find my footing. Actually, Jess, if you've got a second, I was curious about... Let's start with that headline. I saw that headline, by the way. The one where your warm android saved that soldier's life. Oh yeah, felt pretty good, huh? Don't you think? So folks at the company must have been in high spirits lately, I take it. That's what I thought when I first heard about it, but... I don't know, maybe upper management's never happy? Because they are still just riding sales harder than ever, pushing the traditional consumer markets. I thought they'd start building a pitch for Congress the day the story dropped. Big patriotic campaign telling everyone why we need a contract for warm androids in the military. But I haven't heard about them moving staff around for anything like that. Maybe it's all above my pay grade. All the corporate power and money in the world. And they're still such joyless assholes that they won't even celebrate their victories. Remind me, how many years did you and David work together? Oh. Well, I started with the company about 4 years ago. They offered me a temp contract when I was graduating. I was put in HR right in the middle of a hiring burst, so I spent 2 months in the Warrens. Then an aptitude test got me fast-tracked to mid to low management. Sorry, Warrens? Oh, that was just what we called the company dorms back then, on account of all the people. Ah. Plus it was underground. Ah. Didn't see the sun the first month. My skin got so dry. Is that normal in your industry? Normal for everyone I've ever worked with. Except David, of course, but I mean, he was the best. Yeah. One Tuesday morning, Dr. David Asher walked right up to my desk like I had won the lotto. Said I should come work for him. Dr. David Asher, directly. On a random Tuesday morning like it was nothing. He didn't like to do things on Mondays. Said people were always too tired to get anything done anyway. Yeah, that's right. He did say that. I should know by now, right? 3 years of arranging meetings and keeping him organized and occasionally straightening his tie. He was a good boss. He was a good guy. Yeah. When did you last speak with him? In person? Thursday. Thursday afternoon. The day before yesterday. He seemed normal. I mean, I didn't. We still don't really know anything, Jess. You're right, thanks. Thursday's the last time I saw him. That was when he asked me to meet with you. I'm guessing you've already been to his place. Yeah, it's a real mess over there. It's that bloody? Oh god, no, not that kind of mess. I just mean with the cops stacked on the media, stacked on the lawyers. Each of them with their own network of drones and all their droning. Very, it's a very high productivity atmosphere is what I mean. When were you able to get over there? Well, I got a call from legal late last night. They weren't exactly delicate in breaking the news to me. Last night? They said they needed my help sorting through all of his... Well, you know how he left things organized sometimes. It's been dead since last night and they've kept it on the wraps that long. I know there were a lot of powerful people in his circles, but to stop it from leaking for over 12 hours? That seems like more than just your typical powerful people trying to control the narrative. Seems more like there's something they're actively trying to suppress. So you found out last night? Right, last night. Oh god. I'm so sorry, I should have told you as soon as I found out. Really? It's alright. Did you see anything? No, I still haven't actually seen him at all. He was airlifted to the hospital ASAP, and that's where he passed, so... Well, I didn't get the impression that the cops had been there that long. Not compared to the lawyers. They and the rest of the company people seemed pretty entrenched. Noble set up camp before the police even arrived. So what time would that have been? I guess I got there at around 9 p.m. Yeah, because at 9:15 they switched my phone to silo mode and I got locked out of everything but my work stuff. Sent my last blah at 9:13, see? And I expire whoever put me in heels this morning. Hit me. They can do that to your phone? Lock you out of social media? Of course not. Well, unless I'm on the clock, or off the clock, but on company property. Then they can remote all my tech, yeah. How convenient. So if I got in at 9 p.m., I guess the rest of the company people had been there since 8:30 p.m.? I hadn't been there more than a few minutes before the mood changed. Word around the hospital declaring him dead had started to leak. See. He died after he reached the hospital? It's unexpected. It's 2086. You might be in trouble if you got stuck in a bureaucratic purgatory when you need to be in the emergency room, but other than that, if you reach the hospital alive, a good doctor can stabilize most patients within a few moments. And Noble Electronics lead programmer would have a very good doctor. What the hell happened? Was she mistaken? Was he just not officially declared dead until reaching the hospital for some reason? Or... Hard to think about, I know. Yeah. Or hard to believe. Jess, I have to wonder, what kind of request did David make of you that it couldn't wait a few days? Right, of course. He asked me to give you something. Something? She trying to build suspense. Right, it's just, well, I don't know exactly what it is. You have no idea? He asked me to give you the contents of his safe. Are we headed to the bank then? No, see, he has this private safe in his basement. Maybe you've seen it? Well, I say safe, but it might be more accurate to call it a storage locker or a false wall. And all he told you was that he wanted me to have what's inside. Right. He was very clear about that part. Your eyes only, straight into your hand. Handle it in person, he said. Strange. This is all pretty analog for someone as technically gifted as David. Coming from anyone else, I'd call it paranoid. But David was never paranoid. Even when he had every right to be. He wanted this handled a certain way and must speak for a good reason. So, David asked you to do this on Thursday, correct? Yeah, Thursday. And he passed last night, Friday. Yeah. Wait, you don't think that when we met he had already decided? It's not healthy to speculate on that sort of thing. More importantly, it's not helpful. Dead don't have anything to offer the living. I should know. You're probably right. Besides, we need to focus. Judging by the size of the crowd I'm looking at, it looks like we're about to jump into the thick of it.